This is my 2003 Bonneville. It's the Hinckley model, the 790 with carburettors, and it's done just over 16,000 miles now. It's been laid up over Christmas because obviously the weather's been rubbish and I haven't been going anywhere, and I'm going to give it a Christmas present. This is a side stand switch delete unit. I bought it from eBay. It cost £20. You put it into the harness to isolate the side stand switch. The purpose of the side stand switch is to make sure that you don't ride off with the side stand down. So if the side stand's down, as soon as you put it in gear and release the clutch, the engine will cut out. I can demonstrate that by running the engine and then putting the side stand down. Side stand down, and that kills it. Side stand switch is under the bike. You just see the end of it there. So this is the side stand switch. That's the plunger on the end of it, and that is operated when the side stand comes down. Now the problem is, because it's under the bike, these switches seized up, and they seize often in the closed position. So you come out, get on the bike, start it up, and it won't go because that circuit is closed. So you've got to ask, why do you want to delete that switch? And the answer really is because the bike is over 20 years old now and the switch is unreliable. It can leave you stranded out in the middle of nowhere, and the only way to fix it is to take that switch off, clean it out and remount it, and that's not that easy. This is the unit that's going to replace the connection. So what you need to do is take off the side panel, which is relatively easy even with one hand. Carefully put it down so it doesn't get scratched, and then look in the loom for the part that this is going to replace. Follow the wire up from the switch. There's the connector. We're just going to disconnect that and put the delete unit on there. At the moment I'm not going to remove this because it's really cold today. I'll just cable tie it out of the way. Out of interest, this is a cable to connect the battery for the optimizer for the winter, for when it gets laid up for a long period of time. To get this apart, there's a little tag on the top there. You just press that down, doesn't have to go far, and then you can just pull it apart. And then the replacement unit, it can only go in one end, which is there. Put it in the right way up. It can only go in there, and then that's that job actually done. I've sealed the loose end up with gaffer so no dirt gets in there, and then I'm just going to tuck it in behind here. And then in the summertime, when I can lay on the pavement and it's not freezing cold, I'll actually get under the bike and take that switch off. Now, I've taken it off before, and you can maintain them. You can strip them out and clean them, which is what I did. But who knows how long it is before it's going to get gummed up again and leave you stranded. So that's it, all nice and tidy, back in the correct position. We'll test it before we put the side panel back on, just to make sure it's working properly. And now it doesn't shut off. And the engine's running perfectly, so job done. I've decided I can't wait until the warm weather to take this switch off. I feel it is making the side stand stick when I put it down. If you look down there, you can see the two screws that need to be taken off, And all you need is a long Torx wrench. This came in a set of 3 types of wrenches for 15 quid. Absolutely invaluable. The one you need is the T30. So you just lay on the ground, put in your extra long torque wrench, drop it into there, and you need to hold it on with your other hand and then turn it until it undoes. Because I've taken mine off before, it undid really easily. So I'm holding it in place with my fingers and then just gently turning, and it's actually just easily undoing. It's quite a slow process, but at least like this you don't have to take off the oil filter or the exhaust pipe. Once it's loosened off, you can use a flat bit to just put it into there and twist it. Of course your arm is going to be up underneath there while you're doing it. I've got this miniature ratchet. It's like 3 quid from the garden centre. That was really useful for undoing one of them. The other one, this part is actually too deep to get on it. So that was a fiddly job, but they're both now out. The switch is hanging off the bottom of the bike, so all I need to do is take the side panel off and release the loom. And that's that job finished. There's the delete unit that I fitted. There's the end of the loom, and I just need to feed that down. That's the switch removed. It's nice and clean because I took it off in the summer and I know that it works correctly. I just don't want it to fail me when I'm out in the cold and the dark. Just to complete the job, I've put a cable tie on the loose cable so that can't move around. When I come to doing the servicing, that's on the cable, and when you have to remove these parts in order to take out the air filter, that will come with it. As the final touch, I've greased it up with Lith Moly grease, and I've coated the wrought iron kickstand with black grate polish. This is what you use on your wood burning stove. Now there's always going to be someone who says, well, why have you taken this safety feature off the bike? And it really comes down to age and experience. I started biking in 1978. This is the first bike I've ever had with a side stand like this, and I just find it really annoying. I don't need it.